Hello everyone, so today's video is a very fun video. I definitely had a lot of fun filming it. Today's video is finishing all the series that I'm in the middle of. So just to give you guys like a little bit of a rundown, I think at the start of this video I was in the middle of 36 or 37 series. I think maybe 37 series. As of right now, I'm in the middle of 34 series. I think I've knocked off another series, but yeah, we're in the middle of quite a lot. So without further ado, grab a drink, grab a snack, and let's get into the video. Good morning everyone. I don't know why I said that like that, but anyway, it's done now. I am at the beach, as you guys can see behind me, and I'm very excited. I'm just gonna go lay in the sun for a little bit. Typical Sunday or every second Sunday morning, this is what I'm doing. As you guys heard in the intro, we are doing a finishing series I'm in the middle of, which obviously, like, I'm not actually, but like we're working towards finishing all the series that I'm in the middle of. However, good news, I am on the last book of the Windy City series, so I'm currently listening to Rewind It Back by Tomforde. I'm on chapter 11. I finished Play Along yesterday and it was actually really good. I really enjoyed Play Along. Obsessed by Mariah Carey is so stuck in my head after that book. It was written so well. I think it's the best written book as well. Play Along. Rewind It Back, I have a couple of little issues with it. We are getting like past present timelines, and when it's written in the past, because obviously these people are they're young adults, like they're not, you know, in their 30s or 40s. So when we're going back, you know, 10, 11 years, because they're 25, 26, 27. I think Rio's 27 in this. You know, we're going back to when he was 11, he was 12 and Hallie was 11. So we're going back to like 12, 13, 14, 15 years of age. And it's still written quite adult in terms of like the language that they use. However, like that's not the type of internal monologue they would have. It's not how they would actually talk to each other, because they're only, you know, 11, 12, 13 and 14. So it's like my main issue that I'm having with this book at the moment, which I'm finding it difficult to relate. Also, this is a duet. It's the first duet I've ever listened to, and I am enjoying the fact of when the actual dialogue between the main couple is done. The female voice actor reads Hallie's lines in Rio's chapters, but she's also doing it for all the other female characters as well, which I find a little bit harder to like differentiate what's going on. But I'm still enjoying the book. Rio, it's funny because everyone was so excited for this book because they all loved Rio, but Rio wasn't my favorite character in the Windy City series. As much as I loved him and he is a huge goofball and like I want to see him get his happily ever after, he wasn't my like character that like I was super excited for. Isaiah was probably my favorite character that I was excited to read about, which obviously I've read that. So we're on the last book of that series, which is really good, and I'm super excited to continue on. I have also downloaded on my Kindle. I bought it this morning because it was only $7 from Amazon, so I didn't mind spending the $7 on it. So I bought Broken Hearted by Leah Stone and Julie Hall, which is book 3 of the Cursed Fae series. I have read books 1 and 2. Book 4 comes out on the 9th, so I think Wednesday or Thursday it comes out, and that'll be the last book in that series. So that series will also be done. I also would really love to try and finish Brown So Silver, but I'm not going to film this video for like 2 weeks, and I am still at uni, so like I've got lots of uni work to do as well. But yeah, I'm essentially just gonna go and set up on the beach behind me, lay in the sun for a little bit. As you can see, I've got my bikini on. I've got sunscreen packed as well, don't worry, because I don't want to like burn to a crisp, but I would like to get some sun, so I will be putting sunscreen on. I have mentioned this before. The problem I had with the first book of this was it was very similar to ACOTAR in the way that like the courts were written. So in like the Fae realm, you have summer court, spring court, winter court and autumn court. Like you had all those courts, and it like kind of annoyed me, but the storyline is a little bit different. However, there is like a huge underlying curse, but like it's the whole thing for the series, whereas like in ACOTAR, if you've read ACOTAR before, you know that the curse, like that curse kind of came to a resolution kind of quickly. Like it's not a problem over the entire series, if that makes sense. I'm gonna go set up behind me and I'm gonna go read this in the sun and just enjoy the beach for a couple of hours this morning. I don't know how long I'm gonna stay down here, we'll see. It's not super warm, it's like 23 degrees, so it's not super warm today. Hello everyone, so I have just jumped in the car. I've just been on the phone to my mum for like an hour. It's 11:30. My mum's been really sick all week, so I just wanted to check on her. And as you can tell, I actually went for a swim today because I was really hot in the sun. There's not like a huge breeze, and it says it's 23 degrees out here, but it's hotter than that. I checked on Google, it said 26. It's definitely hotter than that. But I was reading Broken Hearted while I was laying out in the sun, and I actually am quite enjoying this. I know where the book's gonna go just because of the title, and obviously knowing how the other books have gone and how these books need to go to get to the resolution that we're trying to get to. I obviously know where things are going, but I'm still enjoying it anyway. I am 19% of the way through already, and I probably got that far in like maybe an hour and 20 minutes, I want to say. I have been down here since about 9. I want to say I've been reading since probably about 9 o'clock. I did obviously stop at one point to put sunscreen on. I stopped at one point to get in the water for about 10 minutes, and then I've been on the phone to my mum for about an hour. So, you know, yeah, maybe about an hour and a half of reading. I'm 20% of the way through already. These books aren't very big. I'll show you when I get home, but I'm about to go home. I don't know how many more check-ins I will do today because people are at home today, and I don't really like filming with people around, so we will see how much I check in with you later. But yeah, I'm essentially going to go home and read because I don't really want to do anything else with my day. So yeah, I'm going to read until I have to pick up my child at 2:30. I have to leave my house to pick my child up at 3. Also, listening to Rewind It Back on the way home as well, because it's something to do while I drive. So we're ticking 2 books off the list. Love that. Also, if you're wondering how I track my series, I use the series tracker that I think is Jamie FOK on YouTube. She did a template for tracking all the series she's in the middle of, and that's what I use, and it's been really helpful. So I actually need to go and update that because I've read quite a few, like I've gone through quite a few series. So yeah, I should have like another series ticked off too, like in the next couple of weeks. I'm gonna finish my Boys of Tommen. I'm going to finish the Boys of Tommen and get that vlog done and up for you guys as well. I'm going to drive home and listen to Rewind It Back. Excuse the like half chewing. I'm home, but stopped to get bubble tea from Mandy's in Southport. If you live like on the Gold Coast, best bubble tea there is. They taste the best, they have the biggest selection, and they're the cheapest. I think this cost me $7.80 and the other one I got cost $7. And they're not both for me. They're so cheap, and like I have 2 toppings, not just one. So take that as you will. Essentially, I was getting on here to say I'm gonna sit out here in the shade and read for a little bit. I have like 2 hours until I have to leave. I am up to chapter 14 of Rewind It Back. I should be done 2 of them, like both of them, in a day or so. So that's good. I'm just gonna keep reading Broken Hearted. For now, I do need to vacuum and mop. So if I decide to do that before I pick up my child, I will be listening to Rewind It Back, but we shall see. I'm just really desperate to have a shower. I feel gross because of the sunscreen. Again, another car check-in for you. I'm just going to pick up my child from his dad's and then I'll be home. I am up to chapter 14 in Rewind It Back, and I think I'm like 40%, maybe a little bit more through Broken Hearted. I'm actually really enjoying Broken Hearted. It's one of those things where like it's not going to get a 5-star. I don't think any of the books have gotten 5 stars from me yet, but I am enjoying the story. It's a very easy read because it is YA, so it's very easy to read, and I'm really enjoying the story and the like plot of it. But like I definitely prefer books 2 and 3 over book 1 because book 1 felt very similar to ACOTAR, like too similar to ACOTAR for me, whereas books 2 and 3 kind of took like a bit of a different turn. It is very interesting. The romance is very sweet. Like I said, it's YA, so it's not vulgar or anything. They don't have any descriptions. They have like closed door spice. None of that's happened yet in this particular book, but I know that from the first one, the only spicy scene you get is a closed door. So it's very fade to black, and it's really, really nice. So it's a very easy read. To be honest, I'm probably gonna end up finishing this book today. It's 2:41, so we'll see. But yeah, I got home and like pretty much just washed my hair, and then I noticed that I missed a couple of spots with my sunscreen. So like behind my knees are sunburnt, and I have like one little patch here, and like at the top of my bikini line on the front, it's all sunburnt. But it's not really bad, like it's fine. And I'm a little bit pink on my buttocks, but that's fine. Like the backs of my thighs and my butt is a little bit pink, but I'm not like super sunburnt, which is fine. So yeah, I'm gonna go get the child. It'll take me about 45 minutes to an hour to do that, so that's fine by me. So yeah, so I'm gonna listen to Rewind It Back. I should get through like another 2 or 3 chapters, And yeah, then I'll be home and I'll keep reading Broken Hearted. So I think Broken Hearted I'll have finished today. I'll probably end up finishing Rewind It Back tomorrow while I'm doing uni work. So that's that. I will check back in later. So I have to be so for real with you guys. I didn't check in at all yesterday. It was a public holiday. People were home and I just kind of sat down and read, but I didn't read anything like in terms of continuing a series. I actually started a new series. It was something off my TBR for the month, so somewhat forgiven, but I started Vampire Academy yesterday. I've just finished the first book. So I finished Vampire Academy. So the next one I have is Frostbite, but I'm not doing that today. I don't feel like reading that. However, I think I know what I'm going to read. I just had a quick look on my shelf and I think I know what I want to read that isn't on my monthly TBR, but it's something that I think I'll be able to get through in a day. But I wanted to give you a quick update. So on Sunday, I did in fact finish Broken Hearted by Leia Stone and Julie Hall. This is probably my favorite book in the series so far. I think that the storyline and the plot line was a little bit better. Also, like, we're coming to like a little bit more of a crux of things, like getting to the head of the problem. And I really liked watching the FMC develop a relationship, more than just her destined relationship that she had to form. Like, she actually developed like a really beautiful like brother relationship with a different MMC. And that was really nice to see. It's the first time we've seen it in this series. Also found out that the fourth book in this series doesn't actually come out physically until the 14th. So not till next Tuesday, but it's available on Kindle Unlimited on the 9th. So I will be buying it on Thursday in 2 days from today and reading it. So that'll be in this vlog as well because I really want to finish this series. But yeah, I think I'm going to rate this like a 4.5, like a 4.25, maybe 4.5 star. I think it's the best I've rated one of these books so far. I think the others have gotten like 3.5, 3.75 stars, I think is what I've rated. I know they're under 4. Maybe they've gotten a 4 star, I'm not sure, but this is my favorite one in the series so far. It's not perfect. It's definitely not 5 star. I didn't get a 5 star feeling from it, but I still enjoyed the book and I enjoyed this book a lot more than I enjoyed the other two. Not saying that I didn't enjoy the other two, but this one was just my favorite. And then to update you on where I'm at with Rewind It Back, because I am listening to this on Audible at the moment. I've just put a bookmark in to show you guys where I'm at. I'm up to chapter 29. So, you know, we have probably like a third left. It says that it'll take me 2 hours and like 28 minutes to finish. I may end up finishing that today. I'm not sure. I do have some work that I need to do, be it both uni work and I need to film. I also need to edit. So we shall see. But today I want to film my 10 before the end. So I want to go pick out 10 books that I want to read before the end of the year because we're almost 10 weeks from the end of the year. So in saying that, the next book that we're going to read, the only book in my TBR for October that is a continuation of the series, of a series, is Soul of a Witch. And I'm really not in the mood to read that. I do also have A Crown So Silver up here just because I've just left it there because I'm like halfway through it, or like, yeah, a third of the way through it. I also have Wicked Beauty, but I'm also not in the mood for that. I just want something small that I could probably read today. I was just looking at my shelf and I have Fearful here by Lauren Roberts, which is the novella that accompanies Fearless in the Powerless trilogy. So I like, these books are so easy to read. Well, the writing in this looks really small compared to, I put it away because I actually hid the Powerful novella. I actually hid like all of my Powerless books because I've got the special editions there. So I hid like the paperbacks behind Quicksilver because I wanted Quicksilver on display so that like when I'm filming, that's what you guys can see. You can see Quicksilver. But anyway, I'm getting distracted. So I figured that Fearful will probably be a good one. I think it's like they're under 300 pages. I think they're like 200 and something pages. Yeah, they're like 270 pages long usually. Yeah, this is 277 pages. So like I should be able to read this today. So it's definitely one that I'll have to annotate. Yeah, I'm really happy with like how many books I've already read considering we're like 7 days into October. I finished 2 books. I'm about to finish the third and start a fourth. So I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, I also need to annotate a book to send off on Saturday because it needs to be shipped on Saturday. I get paid on Saturday so I can send it off. That's it for right now. I might start reading this. I don't know. I kind of want to just go sit down and watch like an episode of Grey's Anatomy just because I just feel like I need a break from reading and I just had some stuff happen this morning that really just ticked me off. I just feel like I need like a little bit of a break. So I might just let myself watch like 2 episodes of Grey's Anatomy and then I will pick this up and read this. I'm gonna do like my cheat annotating for this, which is where like I just like tab the bits and then I'll go back through it and do it. I have so many books I need to do that too. I think I'm just gonna go give myself an hour off just to like chill out, not read, not do anything. I'm literally just gonna watch Grey's Anatomy and then I'm gonna film well, then I might read, and then, yeah, I'm going to film my 10 before the end because I've got to pick some out because I have quite a few that I want to read before the end of this year. There's a couple up here that I can like see straight away. Just a super quick check-in, just because I'm about to put dinner on. It's currently like 3:45, so it's like 3:45 in the afternoon. My child doesn't get home until 6:30, and the meal that I'm cooking will probably take like 2 to 3 hours to cook. I'm doing like a one-pot roast thing, but like a stew almost. It's a recipe from Teeny on TikTok. It's a recent one that she's put up. I just wanted to quickly pop it in and say I have not started reading Fearful yet. I was also thinking of listening to Rewind It Back while I cooked, but I'm just gonna put Grey's Anatomy on because I also need to clean. Yeah, I just want to kind of throw something on the TV for a little bit. I just filmed my 10 before the end. I just took a whole bunch of thumbnails as well. I am planning to edit. Hopefully I have enough time to edit before my child comes home. Then I will probably listen to Rewind It Back. So yeah, I'm going to cook and clean my kitchen. So I'm going to cook in my kitchen and then I'm going to clean my kitchen. I have got to make mashed potato as well for this meal, but I can obviously do that a little bit later. I could probably peel the potatoes and get them sitting in water in a pot ready to go so that like I won't have to like dirty my kitchen once I clean it. I'm just taking my washing because I didn't want to throw this in the dryer because it's a really good quality jumper. I will check back in when I do start reading Fearful. I am home alone until like 10 o'clock tonight, so I will do some reading and I will check in. So dinner is on. I should have showed you guys what it looked like before I came outside. I'm coming outside for a little bit. Just like 10 minutes, and then I'm going to clean my kitchen. I don't think I've said it on here yet, but I am now teaching dance classes and we're just organizing the timetable for November, so super exciting. That's exciting. I'm excited for that, but yeah, I'm just going to sit out here for a minute and just chill, then go clean. Hello everyone. So I'm so sorry I didn't really check in much yesterday. I didn't end up reading yesterday, but I did want to just quickly check in with you now. I'm just going to go sit outside for like 5 minutes because I need some fresh air after being frustrated over me either not recording properly on my camera or me accidentally deleting footage. But I have like half of my reading wrap up is gone and half of my 10 before the end is gone. So I need to go and like re-record those, which is super frustrating, but it's fine. We make things work. But I needed to give you guys a quick update. I'll just pop it on the screen because I didn't bother to go get it from down the front, but I just finished Rewind It Back by Tomforde. So that's an entire series actually done and dusted, like fully complete this week, which is super exciting. That's probably going to happen tomorrow or Friday as well. But I just wanted to get some time outside. So anyway, Rewind It Back, that's what I need to talk to you guys about. I'm really conflicted on Rewind It Back. I enjoyed the story. I have heard a lot of people love the epilogue, but I was actually pretty disappointed with the epilogue. I was expecting there to be like an epilogue and then an extended epilogue where we could see like the entire group of friends, like, you know, 10 or 15 years into the future. That would have been really nice to see. And I feel kind of let down that we didn't get to see that, which is really, really sad. However, I'm really like, it was really nice to get Rio's story because like, yes, he is like a very integral part of that group. But for me, he wasn't, I think I said this at the start when I first, like at the start of this video, I think I said that like he hasn't been that character for me, that side character that I've been super, super excited to hear his story. Not like what I've heard a lot of people talk about. Not saying that I didn't enjoy the story, but I just, yeah, I don't know how to explain it. Like I wasn't super excited for it. And I think that's going to reflect in the way I'm about to rate it. The middle three books are standout books. They're all 5-star books for me. I think they're really great. Play Along is my favorite by far. I think it is great. Caught Up is like a really close second, and then The Right Move. And purely because the relationship between Isaiah, Kai, Max, Miller, Kennedy, and Monty is just really, really sweet and beautiful. And I think that that's such a highlight of those two books, that Caught Up and Play Along are so close together. I just like Isaiah. I think he's a really funny character. Yeah, and then like Ryan Shea from The Right Move, he's just like the blueprint. Like everyone should be like that with their partners, man or woman. You should be like that for your partner, where I think there's a quote in that book where he says, I really should just tell her that my love language is whatever she wants it to be, so she can stop guessing. Because I feel like you should be like that. Like it doesn't, like you should be able to love your partner the way they want to be loved, even if it's not the way you show love or the way you want to receive love. So yeah, I'm probably going to rate it a 4-star, which is not bad by any means. It was still a good book. Something that I really didn't like about this book was it was called Rewind It Back. And the reason why it was called Rewind It Back was because Hallie and Rio had this thing when they were younger that, well, it was Hallie's thing. But what she would do is like throughout the year, she would, if there was a song playing for a particular moment, or she'd put a song on for a particular moment, so that at the end of the year, not at the end of the year for her birthday, so the end of her, like that year for her, when she went up in age, she could make like a mixtape. And like when it was cassettes, she could make like a mixtape with all of those songs, and then she'd be able to remember like what each of those things were. And the quote, rewind it back or rewind it, rewind was used so many times to the book that it seemed really annoying. I also noticed it in Play Along. She kind of did the same thing in Play Along, but it made more sense because in Play Along, it was usually Isaiah saying it to Kennedy, like just play along. Whereas this was like all the internal monologue of Rio was saying rewind it or rewind it back or rewind. And I was like, this is getting a bit much now. So it was like I'm actually tossing up between a 3.75 and a 4. And that's really, I think that's the lowest that I would have rated. If I rated a 3.75, it's the lowest that I've rated a Windy Cities book, which is really sad. I'm going to sit on it for a little bit more today before I decide. I did like that there was no third act breakout. I liked that they were adult enough to discuss it because they gotten older. I'm also clearly very tired. If you can't tell, I actually think I might go have like a quick hour nap. I'll sit on it for a little bit and see how I feel. But yeah, I'm thinking either a 3.75 or a 4, which is really sad. I was really hoping that the end of that book would have brought something more up, especially with the rest of the friend group. Like there's these 10 people and we didn't get to see what they look like, you know, right into the future. Like I would have loved to see what was going on for all of them, like 10, 15 years in the future, especially for Rio and Hallie. Even though we got like a little bit of a explanation on like their plans, it would have been nice to see it and like their plans in with all of their friends. And I think that I feel a little bit let down that we didn't get to see that. And had that been in there, I probably would have also rated it a lot higher, because I would have been able to look over a lot of the other things. So anyway, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to just enjoy some fresh air for like 10-15 minutes, and then I might go have a sleep, and then yeah, I'll see what I'm going to do later today. Okay, so quick check-in. I'm literally about to sit down and start Fearful to continue this. I sat down and looked at how many series I'm actually in the middle of at the moment, and it's like 35. Some of them I can't continue because the next books in the series haven't come out yet, but yeah, 35 is a lot. I didn't realize I was in the middle of that many. I think I've only finished 9. I've DNF'd 3. So yeah, I'm literally about to just park my butt on the couch, and I'm actually going to jump in my friend's live and just read, kind of just like the things that we do. So yeah, that's my plan for a little bit until I've got to cook dinner, which I will be cooking dinner very soon in like an hour. I just wanted to give you guys a quick check-in before I did that I'm gonna sit down and read. Good morning, everyone. I think I read like maybe 2 pages of Fearful last night. Today is release day on Kindle for Blackhearted, so we are putting Fearful down to read this. I know that kind of is a bit funny to do, but I've just been so excited to finish. I really want to do this book, and to be honest, I'll probably end up finishing it today, which I love because it means there's a whole nother series we've ticked off completely. So Windy City is ticked off completely, and this will be ticked off completely, and then I'll try and read Fearful, and that will be the Powerless trilogy completely ticked off. So we will go from 35 series down to 33, because I think I've already ticked off the Windy City series. But yeah, it's exciting, loving it. I'm gonna read this. I'm probably gonna end up finishing it today, just because the books aren't very long. I think they're only like 200 and something pages. 342 pages is how long this one is. I should be able to read through that in no time, considering I read the other book fast. So I'm gonna read that, and I will check back in later. Okay, so gonna do a quick check-in. I am 41% of the way through this book, so I have been flying through it. I think I started reading at like 7 something this morning, and it is like, I don't know, 9:30, almost 10. So yeah, we're flying through it. I'm really excited to finish this. We'll probably have it done in the next couple of hours, and I'm so excited to be done with this series. Not in a bad way, just like I'm excited to like get the answers and see what the resolution is to all the conflict. So super exciting. I definitely like this story. It's a little bit slower. The pairing haven't even like met face to face yet, which is because it's a little bit different to the first 3 books, but it's not bad. Like, I'm still thoroughly enjoying it. So my child is out here playing on his slide, and I'm just going to sit here and read. Hello, everyone. I don't know if my camera lens is dirty or if it's my glasses. Hang on. Just wanted to do a super quick check-in. Like I said, I'm doing nothing but reading this book today. I have never heard anything about this book. Like, I've never seen anyone talk about this series before. It's definitely an underrated series, and I kind of understand why. However, I wanted to give you guys an update. Well, that's why I'm reading it, is because I don't want to risk coming across spoilers, especially because this is the last book in the series. So I want to like read it for myself. I don't want to get any spoilers. However, do you guys like my little pop socket too for it? Pop socket? Would you call it pops up? I have almost a quarter left. I'm on 73%, chapter 27. So yeah, these books are quite easy to read. They're not super complicated, which is something that I really like about them. As someone who like does read a lot of fantasy and reads a lot of dark romance, there can be quite complicated storylines. Yes, the storyline is a little bit complicated, but it's easy to read. Like something like reminiscent of like Fourth Wing and ACOTAR, it's not complicated. Like I am really enjoying reading it, and I can't wait to find out. Like I literally have, you know, a quarter of it left, 3/4 of the way through. So I'm super excited to finish it. And yeah, I'm literally just going to keep reading until it's done today. I do have to run up the shops later on, but I don't have to do that. Like my child's here until 2 o'clock. So he goes to his dad's at 2 p.m. today, and he won't be back till 6:30 today. So I'm going to go to the shops once he gets picked up, and depending on how far into the book I am, how much I have left, I might just finish the book before I go. But yeah, I've got to run up to the shops and just grab a couple of things for dinner and some dog food. The book is going well, thoroughly enjoying it. Today is Thursday, so I'm only going to do this challenge for one more day. So tomorrow, Friday, will be the last day, and I'm hoping that I can read Fearful in the entire day and just get that one finished. And that means we would have completely finished 3 series in this video, which makes me super happy. So I will check back in when we get to the end of this book. I've just plugged my Kindle on charge, so I don't have it to hold it up for you, but I wanted to give you a quick update because I finished Blackhearted. So that is another series done and dusted, which is super exciting. I actually really enjoyed Blackhearted. It's probably my favorite book in the series, and I think I'm actually going to rate it like a 4.75, maybe a 5-star. I'm having like the 5-star feeling, and I don't know if that's just because it was the end of the series and I like the way it wrapped up or what, but there was a couple of moments where I was kind of getting the feeling of like 5-star feeling, but not quite there. I also feel like this book in particular had like the best pacing, and we kind of had like 2 really big like climaxes, I suppose you would say, or like, you know, major points of conflict. And I think that they both were wrapped up really well. So I think I'm going to rate this one 5 stars, which is the first book in the series that I'm rating 5 stars. And yeah, I really liked it. Overall, I'd probably give the series like a 4-star, like the series as a whole. It's probably like a 4-star rated series, but I really, really enjoyed Blackhearted. It was really good. I loved the story. I loved seeing it. I love how it ended. I loved the 2 epilogues we got. Not that they're classed as epilogues. It just says like 3 months later and then 3 months after that. But yeah, I really, really liked it. My plan is I've got to run up to the shop quickly now to go get some things for dinner and some dog food, like I said before. So I'm going to go do that, and then when I get back, I might read Fearful, because I would like to try and finish that before tomorrow, so that like that's 3 series we've completely finished and brought my number down, because I'm in the middle of 35 series or maybe more at the moment. So yeah, if I can bring that number down to like 32, 33, I would be really, really happy with that. So that is the plan. I'm going to run up to the shop and then come back and maybe read Fearful. I probably won't finish that today. We will see. We'll see how quickly I end up reading it. But yeah, I'm super excited. Like, I'm super happy that that's finished, and I'm really enjoying doing this video too. Okay, so I'm back from the shop, did what I needed to do, but I'm really not feeling like reading right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to watch Grey's Anatomy for a little bit, and I need to finish off my reading journal because I need to fix and like refilm part of my September reading wrap up. So I want to finish my reading journal because you guys know that I add little snippets of that in. So I add screenshots of that in. So I am going to sit down and watch Grey's Anatomy and do that for a little bit. I have like an hour and a half or an hour and 40 minutes until Bub gets home tonight. So I might even try and edit a little bit of my Onyx Storm reading vlog because that really needs to happen. So yeah, that's my plan. Okay, so that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I'm really glad that we ticked off the Windy City series and the Cursed Fae series. I know that the Cursed Fae series isn't a super popular like book on like social media, but it is a book that I absolutely love. I love the series. The last 2 books, today when I'm filming this is probably like 2 weeks after filming the video that you just watched, and I sat down to do my reading journal today, and I've actually completely changed my mind on the ratings for Brokenhearted, the purple book. Brokenhearted, when I was writing my review, I didn't have a single negative thing to say about it. I can't remember a thing about it that annoyed me to do with the book. So I actually changed it to a 5-star. So both Brokenhearted and Blackhearted now are 5 stars. I really do like them as well because they're YA, they've got closed door spice, so they're kind of like new young adult, just because like it definitely alludes to that happening, but it's very much closed door, which is really nice. And sometimes it's really nice to read something that's a little bit different. And then obviously we finished Rewind It Back, and I think I read Play Along the day before. You guys saw me starting Rewind It Back. So that's Windy City series all done, which is crazy. I'm so glad to like have gotten through that. I was really let down by Rewind It Back. I think I did mention it in this video that we were using the phrase rewind it back or rewind it quite a lot throughout the story, and it got very repetitive and a little frustrating for me. And I also just wasn't super invested in Rio and Hallie's story, which is really sad because I really did like the rest of the books. Like even Stevie and Xander's story was way more intriguing to me. Also, make sure you head over to my TikTok because I am going to do like a little bit of like a rankings video on Windy Cities. I'm going to film that after this, so head over to my TikTok if you want to see that. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did enjoy it, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, comment down below anything you want. I would just love to chat to you guys. And if you feel so inclined, share it out as well, because that just really helps me out in getting my videos out there to other people. If you're not already, you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram. They'll be linked on the screen as well as in the description box below. And if you would like any annotated books, because the Windy City series, apart from Mile High is the only one that I haven't actually annotated, but the Windy City series I have annotated all of them. I just have to copy them into my physical books. If you want any annotated books, make sure you head over to my Etsy shop. It's Commentary Corner. It'll be on the screen as well as in the description below as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Mwah.